A cringe YA gothic romance for teens. The Tearsmith is a sultry gothic Italian film based on the dark fantasy novel Fabricant di Lacrime by Aaron Doom. Turned into a Netflix original movie, it has everything from mysterious orphans and shady orphanages to dark secrets and a powerful unseen force. The movie stars Simone Baldessaroni as Rigel and Caterina Ferrioli as Nika. Along with them, the cast includes Sabrina Paravicini, Alessandro Bedetti, and Roberta Rovoli, while being helmed by director Alessandro Genovese. The Tearsmith begins in Grave, a desolate orphanage full of dark corners and scary myths of the Tearsmith, a craftsman who has been responsible for creating fears that plague human beings. However, 17-year-old Nika has to let go of Grave and its stories when she finally gets adopted by the kind Milligans. Unfortunately, she also has to share her new home with another Grave orphan, Rigel, who she believes is the Tearsmith. The two of them hate each other, but their shared and painful experience at the orphanage has them fluttering to each other. And the unspoken attraction, of course, doesn't help. The Tearsmith feels like Gen Alpha's version of Twilight, and who knows, it may get a revival a decade later, but at the moment it is extremely cringe. Viewers will need to constantly suspend belief and look past the overdramatic acting of our main leads, awkward nicknames like Moth and the Staring, which is supposed to convey a "he looked into my soul" type of romance. There is unnecessary skin showing that doesn't add to the plot, sulking, brooding, and one-liners that feel like they were taken from a Tumblr post that doesn't make any sense in the context of the film. And when we don't have that, hold that sigh of relief, cause say hello to the cheesy dialogues that make up the rest of the movie. The soundtrack is pretty apt with folk pop and rock songs, but it is oddly placed. It is okay to have moments without any songs, guys. The structure is intriguing, credit where credit due, as the story begins in medias residential with tons of flashbacks to explain the duo's horrific past at the orphanage. Unfortunately, the writers have taken the easy way out by opting for constant voiceovers and narrations. What happened to show not tell? On top of that, the movie just keeps establishing and adding tons of exposition with no actual major conflict. We get a bit in the second half of the movie, but the wait is not worth it. And just to be clear, the Tearsmith is not exactly incest, since Rigel and Nika are not related or raised to view each other as siblings. A final plot twist solves this dilemma as well. But it is uncomfortable the way any foster or step-sibling romance goes, as this trope makes up a majority of the plot and conflict. Honestly, there are several tropes available for forbidden romance. Why do they need to bring in incest? When in doubt, just go to the classics. Romeo and Juliet is right there. Sure, there is potential for the story, but this Netflix adaptation is executed as if it is meant to be spliced into clips for TikTok. To put it bluntly, The Tearsmith is a cringeworthy YA gothic romance that joins the likes of Amazon Prime's Culpa Mia, My Fault, as the new romance drama genre for today's teens. Yes, it is A-rated, but that never stopped us from watching Red Riding Hood, Jennifer's Body, Beastly, and Twilight when we were teens either.